Hello everyone, and welcome to All Time Scary. It's been a good long while since I made a Mandela Effect mystery video, so here you go, let's delve into another strange and bizarre example. My name is All Time, and today we're looking at a mysterious change in a near 20-year-old movie. Back in 2000, the horror comedy movie Scary Movie was unleashed upon the world. This satirical take on scary movies was quite popular when it released, so if you're an adult now, there's a good chance you might remember this movie. This specific Mandela effect not only affected the actual movie, but also the poster for the movie, as well as the poster for the sequel, Scary Movie 2. Strange, right? Let's get into it. One of the main characters in Scary Movie is named Shorty, and during one scene in the movie, Shorty gets very high and says, "I see white people." Now this line is a parody of the "I see dead people" line from The Sixth Sense. Do you remember this? Think back to when you first saw this movie. A lot of us, including me, remember this very specific line. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. The phrase "as it is now" is a direct quote from The Sixth Sense, "I see dead people." Here's the clip to refresh your memory.
I want to tell you my secret now. I see dead people. Can I tell you a secret?
Sure, man.
I see dead people.
Man, this shit is awesome.
Yo, son, you gotta roll some more of that shit outside.
We don't have any more papers, man.
The "I see white people" line was the comedic punchline for that scene, and without it, that scene just doesn't make any sense. Evidence to go along with the missing line is the fact that Shorty is in a room filled with white guys. There aren't any dead people, or ghosts, or spirits standing around to make the joke land. The satire isn't there, the parody is lost. Now it's just an unfunny scene that reuses a famous line from The Sixth Sense. As I'm going to say quite a few times in this video, without that line, it just does not make sense. Adding to this bizarre Mandela Effect mystery is the poster for the original Scary Movie. The main characters are all grouped together in movie theater seats. In one seat is Shorty holding up the iconic blanket he was hiding behind in the "I see white people" scene from the movie. But now it says "I see dead people" written on it. Again, this doesn't work without the missing joke. For the people that haven't seen this movie, nothing about it was scary. It was a comedy making fun of horror tropes. For example, the phone call came from inside the house, the black guy always dies first, etc. You get the point. Simply reiterating other actual scary movie lines verbatim isn't enough to be a comedy, especially a horror comedy. One interesting detail that could either help this mystery or hurt it is the poster for the second movie. Scary Movie 2 came out in 2001, and on the artwork for the sequel, one character has a dress on with the words "I heart dead people." So here's how that could hurt or how it could help this mystery. If the original line was indeed "I see white people," the sequel wouldn't put "I heart white people" on the woman's dress because it doesn't have that comedic effect. So this actually hurts the argument that it was "I see white people" in the past. But here's how it could still work in the timeline and help the mystery. If the Mandela Effect did indeed change this line in the movie, and the line on the poster, perhaps it happened before the sequel was released. Timelines for Mandela Effects are truly a mystery. When does one thing become another? Does the change happen overnight? Is it a gradual process? Is it flipped like a switch? We don't really know, but if we assume the line was indeed "I see white people" originally, then this change must have happened between 2000 and 2001, between the first movie and the second movie coming out. Whatever the case, I figured this Mandela Effect is worthy of a mystery video. So this begs the question, why do so many of us remember "I see white people"? One theory is that the "I see white people" line was featured in a trailer for the movie and wasn't actually in the movie. This theory falls apart though because not a single such trailer has been found. This phrase, as of now, simply does not exist in Scary Movie or any of the trailers for Scary Movie. Another theory is that perhaps the movie was altered after its original release. The problem with this is that it was the year 2000. Back then was not like today. The humor back then was a lot more crude and edgy. A joke regarding race or ethnicity would not have caused a backlash back then like it would have today. Not to mention there was no social media back then for people to express their feelings on. There was the internet, there were some forums, but there was nothing like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, nothing like that back then. Another point to remember is that if the movie was altered, it would have had to been altered between the small window of 2000 to 2001, like we mentioned earlier. And as of now, no official party involved in Scary Movie's production has alluded to any alterations. So it might have existed, it might have happened, it might have been changed, but as of right now, we have no evidence to back up that theory. For the final point regarding this mystery, some people have made the claim that I See White People was said in another comedy around the same time. That comedy was called Undercover Brother. I have looked into this and this is indeed the case, but I have a few reasons to why I don't believe this is related. First of all, Undercover Brother was released in 2002, 2 years after the original Scary Movie, and the same year that Scary Movie 3 was released. I feel like this timetable just doesn't work. We don't remember I See White People from Scary Movie 2 or Scary Movie 3, it's from the original movie which came out 2 years earlier. My second point of contention is that I had never heard of Undercover Brother until doing this research. As far as I know, I had never even seen a trailer for it. Well, I went and watched a trailer, and upon watching the trailer, there is no I See White People line mentioned or said in it at all. So, the mystery lives on. What do you think about all this? Do you remember the line as I see dead people or I see white people? Let me hear all your thoughts in the comments below. This specific Mandela effect actually hit me pretty hard because I vividly remember this line. And I know, out of all the people watching, I'm not alone out there. Let your thoughts be heard in the comments below.